Well, hi, friends. Um, just wanted to review the timing of the chanting, the sound, sorry, timing of the bells with the three prostrations and with the title chanting. And it does get a little bit confusing, so never really got to do it. So just the beginning part and toward the end. So only the prostration part. With the three prostrations, you don't have to ring the bell until the doshi goes forward, offer incense. At the beginning, sorry, they offer the stick incense. Then they offer the chips or powder incense. And when Doshi bows, Doan rings the bell. Doshi comes back and bows. Doan rings another bell. Doshi starts spreading zagu. As he starts spreading zagu, Doan can go with the roll down. First bow, second bow, third bow with two bells. Now the transition to the title chanting, Doshi goes forward again. And this incense offering is to dedicate the sutra. This time, Doshi just offers incense tips or, sorry, the chips, or incense powders. And when he bows, that's when you start the first bell of the three that precedes the title chanting. Second bell, first prostration. Third bell, second prostration. Muted strike, third prostration. While Doshi's head is down, Heart of Great Perfect Wisdom Sutra. Avalokiteshvara. So that's how it happens. Muted strike is a trigger to initiate somebody else's chanting. If you go like this, expect people to chant. The sound of the bell overshadows the voice of the person. So a muted strike is something, I mean, in Thich Nhat Hanh's tradition, I heard people say it's an inviting bell. It's inviting the chanter. So you don't want to be ringing the bell like this when somebody is speaking up or chanting. Toward the end, may this humble merit extend, may this merit extend universally to all. So again, beginning of the echo, you invite Ino to chant. May this merit universally extend to all, so that we together with all beings realize the Buddha way. O Buddha throughout space and time, and Dosh goes forward. All honored ones, those bells after the incense are burning, Doan starts to roll down with a small bell. Wisdom, Yom, Wisdom, Mahaprajna, Paramita. First bell. Second bell. Third bell is two bells. Doshi puts the zag away. Doan waits, others wait. When Doshi bows in Gasho to the Buddhas and ancestors, one bell. When Doshi bows in Shashi again to the front of the assembly, another bell. That's more or less the pattern of the Doan. When you practice alone, all of this really is irrelevant because that's your own individual practice. Sangha practice is about observation, what's happening around you, how people in charge be responding to your bell, how you're responding to the person's movement. You don't have to feel nervous about this, but you need to be observant. This is a practice from this to this. That's the only way I can explain. Again, always keep your mind from this to this, because a lot of Zen practitioners who practice individually goes this. And Soto Zen School strictly advises against this kind of approach of individual practice. Sangha practice is communal practice, and this mindset goes a long way, as I said, maybe in the retreat, in relation to the Sanghas, the Kesei, mountain seed ceremony, not mountain seed ceremony, I'm not gonna do it. The Dharma combat ceremony is the same. It doesn't happen this way. It happens when you're open serving the communities and the communities are ready to support you. So my process of becoming Daiyosho is also the same. I'm not sure if everybody feels that way, but I can't do this alone. And that's a great thing because life doesn't happen alone. And it's a series of rituals, but it teaches us about how life happens. Again, it's not an individual practice. So please keep that in mind. That applies to the length of chanting. So you can go all Buddha throughout space and time if you're alone. But if you're doing this in relation to everything else that's happening, the length of the chanting changes accordingly. The tone and the chanting changes accordingly. If you're chanting with everybody else, you may want to keep it flat. If the community is requiring you to add some accentuation, you respond to that. So please observe and see what seems to work best. And if I notice anything, I just give you a little bit more input this way. So thank you so much. Yeah, you guys are doing great. I mean, for lay community, as Onsen was saying, it's pretty impressive. So you're really lucky. Thank you so much again. Have a good weekend.